Yo, what up everybody? It's your boy Fitzmonk TV here, aka GLauren33. I am back here today. We are doing a WWE mock draft for the draft that's taking place this Friday on Smackdown. We're having the big WWE draft, which will divide Raw and Smackdown into two separate shows. And I'm actually excited for this. To be honest, there's a lot of things in WWE, that don't make you excited these days. There's very few things to be excited about in WWE these days, other than NXT. But I'm excited about this. I'm hoping WWE treats this draft seriously because after the garbage we saw at Hell in a Cell and Monday Night Raw the other night, man, WWE has no choice. They have no choice, alright, but to treat this draft seriously. They need to make both of these shows strong. Raw, one of the difficulties with Raw is you need more talent just because it's a 3-hour show, alright? But I'm going to try to do this the best way possible. This is just my opinion, alright? There's going to be nobody there that 100% agrees with me. There's way too many superstars. So definitely in the comment section, I want anybody watching this video, let me know how much of this you agree with me with. What changes would you make if you were in this position, alright? This is supposed to be for fun, but also, if WWE's watching, alright? If anybody from WWE's watching, because WWE always has their bots in the community looking at everything going on. If anybody from WWE is watching, I would definitely take notes going into this Friday. Because after the garbage we saw at Hell in a Cell and Monday Night Raw, WWE, they're desperate. They're desperate, and they need to come out of this draft making both Raw and SmackDown looking strong, especially as we enter into the end of the year and we start getting into the planning for WrestleMania. But the way I'm going to have it, I have it set up in 4 different categories. I have red for Monday Night Raw, blue for Friday Night SmackDown, NXT. The NXT thing is for superstars on the main roster currently that I believe should be sent down to NXT just because I feel like it would be better for their careers, and this green bar is fired. So that's for superstars that I just don't care about. Alright, people that I don't care where they go, I don't find them valuable to any one of these brands, and honestly they're get off my TV worthy, and I just don't want to see them in WWE. Alright, I'm not asking for someone to get fired, but this is just my opinion at the end of the day. Feel free to disagree with me, alright? There's also going to be, there's a lot of superstars on this list, as you guys can see. Someone like Booker T, like right here, he's a commentator. He's not even really a commentator. He does like pre-shows on the WWE Network with Renee Young, alright? So he's not even a commentator currently in WWE. So someone like him, I'm not going to put in any of these categories. I'm just going to leave him in the box, in the choice box. We're just gonna leave him there. Alright, and also remember, this is probably right after, this is post WrestleMania, because you gotta tell this is not updated. Like, most of these champions are not champion now. Like Becky, she's still the Raw Women's Champion, but even though Sasha should be the Raw Women's Champion, but you can see this image, she's Becky 2 belts. Alright, she's not, in my opinion, she shouldn't be Becky 2 belts. Well, she's not even Becky 2 belts anymore. She's only Becky 1 belt. She's the Raw Women's Champion. Like I said, she should have dropped the title to Sasha at Hell in a Cell, but it's whatever. Nothing we can do right now. But the way I would do it is, these renders aren't updated, and that's, I understand that because, it would be tough because WWE, they're always, champions are always changing, stuff like that. So definitely, just let you guys know, alright? So if you see, like, champions that are older, like Johnny Gargano, he's no longer NXT champion, right? Don't mind it. Really, it's nothing really we can do about it. It's just this is the models or the renders are not totally updated. But we're gonna have fun with this. We're gonna do the best we can. And yeah, enough talking. Let's get into this. All right. So, AOP. The way I do the tag team is gonna be interesting because we need both Raw and SmackDown need to have good tag team divisions. Tag team wrestling in WWE, especially this year, has been pretty garbage because WWE has not put enough investment in their tag teams. All right. AOP is one of the best tag teams on the main roster, but legit, they haven't been booked like it because we've barely seen AOP all year. Some of that's due to Vince being an idiot, and some of it is due to AOP having injuries. But the way AOP has looked, especially with this whole new kind of like mafia look they have, I'm gonna say AOP's gonna stay on Monday Night Raw, just because I feel like they could definitely be a force in that division. If the Viking Raiders win the Raw Tag Team titles, I can definitely get in a feud with AOP and the Viking Raiders. That would be damn good. All right. Akira Tozawa. I'm a fan of Akira Tozawa. He was a former cruiserweight champ, and the guy's pretty damn good in the ring. I think he's really underrated. We see people like Cedric Alexander and Mustafa Ali and Buddy Murphy, also former cruiserweight champions. I think Tozawa should be put on Raw and SmackDown full time. I would definitely like to see him mix it up in the mid-card division. Go up against maybe, an Apollo Crews or a Buddy Murphy or, an AJ Styles or Shinsuke Nakamura. I think Apollo Crews could definitely be valuable on one of these shows in the mid-card division. Speaking of AJ Styles, all right, AJ Styles, in my opinion, the best wrestler in the world, all right. I think he should go to SmackDown. All right, SmackDown is the house that AJ Styles built. He was the face of SmackDown mainly from 2016 to when he was moved to Raw in the Superstar Shakeup earlier this year. I think, for the most part, WWE does this often. AJ Styles, he's the United States champion. There's not many contenders for him on Raw. He's beaten Alexander. He's beaten Ricochet. And I don't see anybody really to take this title off of Styles anytime soon. But, I would not be surprised if we see AJ Styles, who is currently the United States champion, switch with Shinsuke Nakamura. And we see the Intercontinental Championship go to Raw and the United States Championship come back to SmackDown. And I would not mind, WWE, they're trying to make SmackDown the A show with it being on Fox and with the higher viewership. And I like that. If you're going to focus on sports, if you want to have the best of the best on SmackDown, not leaving Raw in the dust, but if you want to have SmackDown look great, I would have AJ Styles definitely there. Not only with the United States Championship, but we can definitely see him go up against, a Brock Lesnar, Kofi Kingston. There's definitely great matches waiting for Styles on SmackDown. Aleister Black, somebody who I believe is main event talent. We can see him fighting on Raw for the Universal Championship or SmackDown for the WWE Championship. It's the fact that WWE has not used Aleister Black since he was moved up to the main roster is a joke. It's a joke. All right, we've seen Aleister Black each and every single week doing this gimmick where he waits for someone to knock on his door and then he comes out and he beats the Cesaro or beats the Singh brothers. Cesaro deserves better. Black deserves better. Aleister Black deserves a lot better. This guy could easily be up there. He should be up there in the main event scene, fighting for a Universal Championship or a WWE Championship. All right, it's tough, but I'm gonna put Aleister Black on SmackDown. I would really love to see Black on SmackDown. Alexa Bliss. She's interesting because so we've seen her. Well, she started off on SmackDown, then she was moved to Monday Night Raw. So we've seen her on both brands already. I think WWE's gonna keep her on Raw for now. All right, just because Alexa Bliss, she's one of those protected blondes. I don't think if Charlotte Flair's gonna stay on SmackDown Live as the SmackDown Women's Champion for now. Unless maybe Sasha takes her from her. I don't know. I think I don't think WWE's gonna have both Alexa and Charlotte on the same brand. So if Charlotte's gonna be on SmackDown, I think Alexa's gonna be put on Raw. You can stay in the pool, sir. Alicia Fox, easily one of the most garbage gimmicks in all WWE. Terrible in the ring. I got nothing else to say about her. Andrade Cien Almas. Alright, Andrade Cien Almas. I think Andrade's gonna stay on SmackDown. Remember, Charlotte Flair, his fiance, is on SmackDown, and if Charlotte's staying on SmackDown, Andrade's gonna stay on SmackDown. WWE usually doesn't break up couples. Alright? They usually don't send couples on opposite brands because that causes, problems and tension. But Andrade, like I said, Andrade is kind of in the same boat as Aleister Black. This guy legit has main event talent in him. All right, just go watch Gargano versus Andrade Cien for the NXT Championship. One of the best matches in recent memory. All right, Andrade's really great, really great. It's just every time we hear Vince McMahon, oh, Vince McMahon's high on Andrade, but yet Andrade hasn't got a legit puss yet. Yeah, get out of here with that nonsense. All right, please. Apollo Crews. Honestly, I think Apollo Crews should be moved down to NXT. I like Apollo Crews a lot. The guy has talent. But the fact is, we've seen Apollo Crews on the main roster now for 3 years, and he's done absolute nothing. What's the most that Apollo Crews is probably known for? Maybe his time in Titus Worldwide? I don't know. Apollo Crews has all the talent in the world, but WWE just never used him. I've been saying for years now that Apollo Crews could be a legit contender in the mid-card division, fighting for an IC or United States Championship. I think it would be better to have Apollo Crews, since I don't see them using him on either Raw or SmackDown. I would have Apollo Crews move down the NXT, and you could then maybe send him after Roderick Strong for the NXT North American Championship. I would not mind that at all. This is 205 Live now. Asuka, I think Asuka's going to Raw. All right, based on what we saw, especially what we saw on Monday Night Raw the other night with Asuka spitting the green mist into Becky Lynch's face, with the reports of Sasha Banks being injured right now. You know, it looks like WWE's going to go forward with an Asuka and Becky feud, which I think could be really great if WWE puts the time. Remember how good the match they had at the Royal Rumble was. And you know, I'm liking Asuka as a heel right now, even though it should have been done months ago, but still, I like Asuka. Hopefully WWE uses her in the right way. Baron Corbin, King Corbin, all right, the King, Mr. King of the Ring. I think he's gonna stay on Monday Night Raw. All right, Corbin. I thought the King of the Ring would elevate him. I definitely don't hate him the same way I used to, and that his King of the Ring performance really did wonders for his career. But still, he's not being booked properly. It's like more like they book him just for him to go out there and say I'm the king, but they don't use him. The King of the Ring is supposed to elevate someone into the upper mid card main event scene. It's supposed to build up a future star. Corbin definitely has the in-ring talent, but so far with what they're doing with him as Mr. King of the Ring, it's been pretty lame. To be honest. Bayley. This one is something I've been very, I've had to think about it. After seeing Bayley cry after losing the SmackDown Women's title to Charlotte, when Charlotte got her 10th reign, I've been thinking about this a lot. You could send her the Monday Night Raw and have her feud with Becky over the Raw Women's Championship, one of the more fresher 4 horsewomen feuds, a feud we really haven't seen a lot of. But, I'm thinking, could Bayley losing to Charlotte will send Bayley over the edge and finally turn Bayley into that monster heel we all know she can be? I don't know. For right now, I think Bayley's going to stay on SmackDown. Also that has a little bit to do with Sasha Banks, all right, which we'll talk about a little bit later. But yeah, definitely Bayley. I think she can definitely, if WWE does it right, they can tell a good story with her and Charlotte. All right. Hopefully Bayley losing on Sunday, having that meltdown she did have after the match, hopefully that sends Bayley over the edge. All right, and we get the Bayley we've been waiting for. All right. Aiden English, I'm gonna put him fired. I don't really care about him. I think he's commentating for 205 Live these days. I don't know. All right. Becky Lynch. There were all these rumors that Becky was going to get moved to SmackDown. Fox wanted her. She was heavily advertised for SmackDown. It was one of the reasons why I was so confident that Sasha Banks was going to win the Raw Women's Championship inside Hell in a Cell on Sunday. But WWE had other plans. I don't know. WWE could definitely still put Becky on SmackDown, but then she would have to drop the Raw Women's belt. And if you did that, I would get pissed. Why would you have Becky move to SmackDown to have her drop the Raw Women's belt when you could have just have Sasha take the Raw Women's belt from her? Becky did not need to win Hell in a Cell. Hell in a Cell should have been Sasha's moment, and WWE failed her again. All right, again, and it's sad, but that's just the truth of the matter. But I think, yeah, especially now with Becky still being Raw Women's Champion, I think she's going to stay on Raw for now. Unless something crazy happens, we'll just have to wait and see. Big E, I have Big E staying on SmackDown. You know, the New Day are amazing. You know, you guys know how much I love the New Day. But yeah, I think with Kofi's probably gonna stay on SmackDown. We'll see if Kofi stays in the main event WWE Championship picture after his 7-second squash to Brock Lesnar last week. We'll have to wait and see all about that. Big Show, is he even still employed? Why would I give a crap? I don't care. Billy Kay, get out of my face. You know, get out of my face. I don't care about Billy Kay. She is absolutely terrible in the ring. Terrible in the ring. I don't care how many people say, oh, look how hot Billy Kay is. No. She's absolute garbage in the ring, in my opinion. She looks like Molly Quirm from ESPN First Take. Like her and Molly Quirm, you put side by side pictures of them, I would think they're twins. Absolute garbage. Bo Dallas, I'm just gonna put him on Raw probably because the B team, they're a jobber team. All right, I was close to putting them in the fire category, but I don't want the fire category to get overexposed here. All right. Bobby Lashley, who the hell cares about Bobby Lashley? Bobby Lashley, man, is maybe one of the most popular guys in WWE right now because per storyline, he's fucking Lana. I don't know. I'm going to put Bobby on Raw just because. Just because I think they're going to continue that story with Rusev on Raw for now. Bobby Roode, I have him staying on Monday Night Raw as well. Yes, I'm calling Bobby Roode. I don't think I'll ever consistently call him Robert Roode, alright? Even though I think Robert is his real name, I'm going to keep calling him Bobby Roode. Bobby Roode, like I said, I think he has main event talent. He could also be in that Universal title picture if booked correctly. But right now, he's the Raw Tag Team Champions with Dolph Ziggler. So we'll just leave him as be. And I see Dolph over here. So we'll just... Yeah, so... I don't even think they have a name. I'm just going to call them Roode and Ziggler. Roode and Ziggler, they are the Raw Tag Team Champions. I don't care really what brand they go to, but I think they'll just stay on Monday Night Raw. Braun Strowman, if anybody needs a change of direction, it is Braun Strowman. Easily. Alright? The guy, legit, how many Universal title opportunities has he had on Monday Night Raw? Against Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, Seth Rollins, who else? And the guy never won. The time for Strowman to be champion, like I always said, was No Mercy 2017. Back when people didn't know really what Strowman could be. The guy was red hot. If no one really knew that Strowman really couldn't wrestle. Alright? Because, hey, the guy was just overdoing his gimmick. It wasn't until later on that we realized, how limited Strowman actually is in the ring. Yeah, Strowman's crazy athletic. He's fast. He's super strong. But when it comes to a pure wrestling ability, the guy sucks. The guy sucks. And he really got exposed on Monday Night Raw. And now that he's in this garbage storyline with Tyson Fury, which I don't want to get into. If you guys want to see that, go check out my Monday Night Raw review. Go check out my rant on that. But... Strowman, he needs a change of direction almost more than anybody on these shows, on the main roster. So I think Strowman's getting moved over to SmackDown. He needs it. He needs it, man. And we got so many names, man. So many names to get through. Bray Wyatt, a.k.a. The Fiend. There are rumors saying right now, Fox really wants the Fiend character. And, I would love to have The Fiend on SmackDown live in front of all those people each and every week. But right now, it's being advertised that we're going to get The Fiend versus Seth Rollins at Survivor Series. Alright, and if that happens, WWE has no choice but to redo the Raw, rewrite the Raw they did at Hell in a Cell, have Wyatt destroy Seth, and get that Universal Championship on him. Alright? It's as simple as that. As simple as that. A lot of these names, man. Fire. Yeah, you get to be in fire, because fuck the Bellas. Brock Lesnar. Lesnar's clearly on SmackDown. There's nothing to talk about here, really, with Lesnar. He's going to be on SmackDown. He is the current, WWE champion, so it's pretty obvious Lesnar ain't going nowhere. He's been on Raw for so long now. Just seeing him on the blue brand, even though I hated how much he squashed Kofi, Lesnar's going to be a huge draw for SmackDown, especially with him as WWE champion, no matter if he's going up against Kofi or Cain Velasquez or whoever. But Lesnar's definitely staying on SmackDown. Really nothing to say about that. Buddy Murphy, the best kept secret. This guy, man, he had a month of great matches. You know, matches with Roman Reigns, matches with Daniel Bryan, matches with Mustafa Ali. You know, the guy has main event talent, but the guy's just not used enough. Alright, I'm going to put him on SmackDown because I think I have hope that maybe with this draft they'll start using Buddy Murphy. I would love to see him become a United States champion. You know, you could turn Buddy Murphy babyface, have him go up against Styles. I would absolutely love to see that. Carmella, you know, I honestly see her staying on SmackDown. You know, Carmella's not a bad wrestler. She's not a bad wrestler at all. I don't have any problem really with Carmella. We'll have to wait and see where she goes. She's probably going to stay on SmackDown most likely because she is dating Corey Graves. Corey Graves is the second commentator to Michael Cole on Friday. So I think we'll see Carmella stay on SmackDown. I don't know why they have Kathy Kelly over here. Like, come on. Cedric Alexander. I think Cedric's going to stay on Raw because I have Styles being moved to SmackDown. And we've already seen Alexander versus Styles. Alright, even though they could have done that feud better. But still, I have Alexander staying on Raw. Hopefully the draft will let Alexander shine a little bit more. And I got a text. Hold on, let me just look at this text real quick. Honestly, remember, in the chat, if you guys are in the chat or in the comment section, let me know what you guys think, man. Because it's going to take a while to get, it takes a while to get through these. It really does. It really does take time to get through these guys. Alright. Charlotte Flair, she's staying on SmackDown, clearly. She's the SmackDown Women's Champion. Hopefully, if Sasha gets moved over there, WWE does Sasha justice and they give Sasha the title. But, you know, we'll see. Cesaro, I'm going to put Cesaro on SmackDown. It really doesn't matter if you put him on Raw or SmackDown, really. I would love to see Cesaro push. The guy has main event talent, just like many of these guys. But the guy's never really got into push. I don't know why. Cesaro is amazing. I love Cesaro. I don't know why they don't push him. But for now, I'll put Cesaro on SmackDown. You can put him on either brand, really. It doesn't matter, but I would have Cesaro on SmackDown. Chad Gable. I'm going to put Chad Gable on Raw. You know, this they're still continuing this Baron Corbin feud. I don't know why. You know, we saw Gable actually beat Corbin at Hell in a Cell, finally. I think Chad Gable could, you know, he has a nice underdog story about him. He has a nice underdog story about him, and I really feel like WWE could use Gable, and if they continue with this underdog role, I think Gable could become something. I'm not saying he's gonna become Universal Champion or anything like that. Maybe Intercontinental Champion one day, but the Gable has the talent. You know, he's great in the ring. You know, I just feel like WWE just needs to continue investing in him. And, you know, if they do keep investing in Gable, he's going to get more and more over. And we're going to care about him a little bit more. Kurt Hawkins, I couldn't care about him. Alright, I couldn't care about him at all. Curtis Axel, I see him going to Raw. Just because, you know, Bo Dallas is there. The B team on Monday Night Raw. Dana Brooke, do not care at all. Catering, garbage. Just as bad as Lisa Fox. Get the hell off my screen. Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan, the recently turned babyface. Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan is now a babyface again. You know, they're bringing back the Yes movement. What do they do? Where should Daniel Bryan go? You could keep him on SmackDown. You know, definitely you could finally give... You know, we saw Daniel Bryan versus Lesnar at Survivor Series, which was a great match last year. But we all want to see Daniel Bryan versus Lesnar. We want to see a babyface Bryan versus Brock Lesnar. All right, for the WWE Championship. Imagine that. Honestly, I think that's where you should go. That could be potentially your WrestleMania match. You build Bryan back up, all right, the same way you did way back in 2014, babyface Daniel Bryan, and you give us babyface Bryan versus Lesnar, with Bryan winning. I think that's the way WWE should go. I was thinking about putting Bryan on Monday Night Raw. You know, it would be a change of scenery for him since we've seen Daniel Bryan on SmackDown since 2016 when Daniel Bryan first was the GM of SmackDown. But I'm going to have Daniel Bryan on I'm going to keep Daniel Bryan on SmackDown just because I love Daniel Bryan, man. And now with babyface Bryan, I feel like WWE should explore the potential of a babyface Bryan versus Brock Lesnar feud. You know, Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder, the Revival, they are the current SmackDown Tag Team Champions. Even though I don't think we've seen the Revival on SmackDown since they won those titles at Clash of Champions. I don't know what's going on with the Revival right now. You know, we have not. I don't think we've seen them on SmackDown since they won the championship. So, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I see Dean Ambrose down here. We're going to put him in the fire category just because he's not in WWE anymore. You know, there's no point. I don't know why. Drew Gulak, NXT. Just because he had, you know, I would put 205 Live on NXT. Stop with putting on the network or whatever. You know, putting it after SmackDown. No one cares about that. Put Drew Gulak on NXT. Well, Drew Gulak's already on NXT. You know, I think eventually Drew Gulak, we could see him in the mid-card division. You know, I like Drew Gulak's wrestling style. But for now, I know, since he is the Cruiserweight champion, I would put him down. Keep him down in NXT. Drew McIntyre. The fact that Drew McIntyre has been on Raw since 2018. You know, he was put on Raw in the Superstar Shakeup, and he still, over a year and a half later, still hasn't had a Universal Championship opportunity. It's mind-blowing. It's legit mind-blowing. We know Drew McIntyre is out with injury right now, but he is going to be coming back. You know, he is being advertised right now for Survivor Series. So, I think Drew McIntyre is going to stay on Monday Night Raw for now. All right? You know, hopefully WWE will finally build up McIntyre. He deserves. The guy can definitely, he has everything. He has the look, he has the in-ring work, he can talk on the mic. McIntyre has all the potential to be a great heel Universal Champion. It's just a matter if WWE will ever take that step with him. Lars Sullivan, I think Lars Sullivan is injured right now. All right? But I'll put him, I think Lars Sullivan's out with injury. I'm going to put Lars Sullivan on Raw. I'm going to keep Sullivan on Raw for now. EC3. This is an easy one for me. EC3, he needs to go back down to the NXT. WWE has done absolutely nothing with EC3. The guy has potential. EC3 is not the best wrestler in the world, but the guy has charisma for days. And the fact that he hasn't been used on WWE TV is absolute disgrace, man. The guy has all the potential in the world. I'm going to put EC3 in NXT. Put him back down there. Let him reinvent himself. And maybe later, and NXT is going to need talent. They need talent for this war with AEW. I think EC3 can provide that. Bring him back down to NXT. You're not using him on the main roster at all. You know, we just see him going after the 24/7 championship. Nothing important. Put him back down in NXT. I see Finn Balor over here. He's no longer the IC champion, but we're going to put him in NXT just because, like, he's already there right now. He made a return to NXT. So, definitely, I see no problem with that. Also, I see Johnny Gargano. He's no longer the NXT champion, but I'm going to put Gargano in NXT because he's there. Johnny Gargano is legit the face of NXT. Him and the Undisputed Era. That's when you think of when you think of NXT. All right. So Gargano's not getting moved up anytime soon. Like, why should he? I would keep Gargano staying in NXT. There's nothing else for me to say there. I also see Fandango. He's currently in NXT with Tyler Breeze. You know, definitely I think they should be built up for the NXT tag team titles. You know, they could definitely be challengers for Undisputed Era. I like the Fashion Police a lot. I feel like WWE has not used them enough. I think this is Grand Metalik, if I'm right. Right? I don't know. I don't really pay attention to the Lucha House squad. All right? I hate the Lucha House party. I hate that faction. All right? Hate them. You know, they're cringe to me. I'm going to keep him on NXT. The Hardy Boys, I know Jeff Hardy's out with injury right now, you know. So I'm just going to keep Jeff Hardy for those one. I'm going to keep the Hardy Boys. They were the Smackdown Tag Team Championship. They were the Smackdown Tag Team Champions, but WWE took the titles off of them when Jeff got injured, and Matt hasn't done anything since he came back. I know Matt has another baby on the way. Congratulations. But yeah, not gonna really do. We'll just keep them there. Well, we just won't put them in the brand for now. All right, we don't really know the situation really with Jeff Hardy. As you can see, the tier list is getting bigger and bigger. Harper and Rowan, I see these two pretty close to each other, pretty close to one another. You know, they're definitely. I like the way WWE is built or has made them look. In recent weeks, they did lose to Roman and Bryan at Hell in a Cell, but the match wasn't bad. Definitely I feel like reforming them with this new, chaotic blueprint that they have. I love it. I feel like you could definitely use them in the SmackDown Tag Team division. All right, definitely think you guys they can use them over there. I don't know if Titus and if Heavy Machinery is on here. If they are, I'm gonna put them on Raw. Ember Moon. I want Ember Moon on SmackDown. I love Ember Moon. The fact that she has not been booked the way she should be, it breaks my heart because Ember Moon's one of my favorite in the women's division. All right, after Sasha and Becky, and Asuka, I have Ember right up there in my top 5. Just if you guys need to be reminded of how great Ember Moon is, just go back and watch Ember versus Asuka down in NXT at TakeOver. One of the best women's matches of the last 5 years. All right, I think Ember. If Fox is serious about this direction, I really think Ember could be a star in SmackDown's women's division. All right, will WWE ever give her the opportunity? I don't know, but I would love to see Ember. I would love to see Ember stay on SmackDown and actually be built up in the SmackDown Women's Division. And potentially maybe one day be SmackDown Women's Champion. The Iconics, I don't care about them. As a tag team, I don't care about them. Peyton Royce, I don't mind. Billie Kay, as I said earlier, she's awful. I don't care at all about Billie Kay. Get off my TV. Elias, I used to love Elias, man, but honestly, he fell off the map for me, really. I know he's injured right now. Honestly, I think Elias is gonna go to Monday Night Raw. Alright, I think we're gonna see Elias stay on Raw. What is Elias on right now? Is he on Raw or SmackDown? I don't even know what brand the guy's on. Alright, no idea at all. Hawkins and Ryder, I'm just gonna put them on Raw just because. I don't really care what brand they get drafted to. Honestly, the fact that they were Raw Tag Team Champions earlier this year still shocks me because WWE has legit, after they lost those titles, they fell right back down in the catering, right back down in the not being used at all. And I hate that because I love Zack Ryder. I don't really care about Kurt Hawkins, man. But Zack Ryder, the guy has a lot of talent. He has a lot of talent, and WWE just doesn't use him. It's crazy of how long Ryder's been in WWE, and, he has moments. He was IC champion. He's been United States champion. He's been multiple-time tag team champion. Ryder's had moments in WWE, Never forget when he won that ladder match at WrestleMania 31, I believe. It was just WrestleMania 31. WrestleMania 32 in Dallas when he won the ladder match to win the IC title. The reaction of that crowd, man, definitely something. Man, I miss Sanity. I do miss Sanity. All right, Eric Young, man. I'm going to put Eric Young in NXT. The guy needs to be sent down. The guy, Sandy, it was one of the better stables down. Remember, I always remember NXT War Games, Undisputed Era versus AOP versus Sanity. What a match that was. What a match. It sucks. WWE should have never broke up that stable. You know, they got moved. They got called to SmackDown after the initial draft, and WWE just never used them. Like, just shows Vince McMahon, once he gets his hand on these superstars, just never uses them. I see Jason Jordan down here. Don't care. The guy's never wrestling again. I think WWE's using him as a producer. Honestly, it seems like anybody that, you know, WWE has that can't wrestle anymore or something like that, they get turned into a producer. I have no idea what WWE does with those superstars. Jack Gallahan, we'll put him down in NXT. Is that Curtis Axel I see again? I don't know. Okay, we're not going to worry about it. Pete, who's this? Some of these names, man, I don't know. Remember, this isn't updated. This is not updated. I think that's Primo. Are Primo and Epico even still signed? Like, I don't know. I don't know. All right. I don't know. But at the end, make sure, I'm going to, you know, put this up for you guys to see. You guys can easily pause the video and see who I have on each brand. John Cena. You know, I don't even know where to put Cena, really. The guy's technically a free agent. John Cena's a free agent. All right, I don't know where you put him. I'm gonna keep Cena down here just because he's a part-timer and he's a free agent. So whenever he does show up, he can show up on either brand. I don't know if WWE's gonna do that. I don't even know if when we'll see Cena again. I want to see Cena win a 17th World Championship. You know, to break Flair's record, but I don't know. Jinder Mahal, get him off. No. Who the hell cares about Jinder Mahal? Get out of here with that nonsense. Don't make me laugh. The Usos, putting them back on SmackDown. Definitely think they can they could be using the SmackDown Tag Team Division. In my opinion, other than the Undisputed Era, I see the Usos as the best tag team on the face of the planet. I absolutely love the Usos. Love them, man. Love the Usos. And, you know, I know the Usos, we haven't seen them really since I think it was Raw Reunion. But WWE, you know, we heard reports that the Usos were ready to get back to work. Hopefully, you know, Jimmy can keep himself out of jail. All right? He can keep himself from getting into any more trouble. But, yeah, this is where we'll put the Usos. And you guys can see we still have a pretty good amount of superstars to get through. I'm going to try to get rid of some of these names. Like Kane, you know, the guy doesn't really wrestle anymore. Cassius Ohno, I think it's still on NXT. I'm just trying to get rid of some of these names, man, because this is going to be a long video. It already is. No Way Jose, the guy's catering. Put him back down in NXT. No, at least he would be used better down there. Leo Rush, keep him in NXT. All right, don't bring him back. Paul, I'm not gonna put Paul Heyman anywhere. Nikki Bella doesn't wrestle anymore, so she'll go in the fire category. Kalisto, I don't care about Kalisto. I think you could put him in NXT, maybe have him on 205 Live. You know, Kalisto has some talent, you know. I know Kalisto is very close with Sasha Banks. You know, Kalisto, man, the Lucha House Party, I hate that stable a lot. I really do hate that stable. I don't know. I don't know. You can put Kalisto really on any brand. I'd rather have Kalisto on, you know, as a separate act. No Lucha House Party garbage. All right. I'd rather have Lucha just as a singles competitor by himself. I'm gonna put Lucha. If I could have it my way, I would have what's his name, Kalisto down in NXT. You know, and remember, all these names over here are just superstars that are either not in the company right now, or, you know, they're just not active wrestlers, like Booker T and Kathy Kelly. Like, they don't wrestle at all. Lacey Evans. You know, I hate Lacey Evans. Man. And now it's starting to become more difficult to do this, just because now, as the tier lists are filling up, I have to scroll down more to get access to the other names. I see Kevin Owens over here. I love me some Kevin Owens, man. You know, he did beat Shane McMahon on SmackDown. He got Shane McMahon fired. What's next for KO? I think I would love to see KO back on Monday Night Raw fighting for the Universal Championship. You know, a babyface KO. I would love to see KO back in the main event scene. Love to see him back in the main event scene. Who's next? Kofi. You know, it's sad that Kofi isn't WWE champion anymore. We all knew his reign was gonna end. We all knew Lesnar was gonna beat him, but how Kofi was beaten, man, it's sad to me. It's sad to me. The guy WWE really did him dirty. There was no reason why Kofi should have lost in, what was it? 7 seconds? Like, no. Still, I sit here sad to this day the way Kofi and his title reign ended. Sad, really sad. Next up, I see Carl Anderson back to Kofi. I see Kofi staying on SmackDown. Kofi should stay on SmackDown. You know, I want to see him get a rematch, and they can actually give me a match. Cause I think like Kofi and Brock Lesnar match that's actually booked properly would actually be pretty entertaining. All right, you know, definitely if the fans keep chanting Kofi, if they go back to chanting Kofi's name the same way they did on the road to WrestleMania, I think definitely that would force WWE to treat Kofi seriously and put him back in the title picture. I hope Kofi doesn't just fall back into nothingness, you know, now that he's no longer champion. You know, I'm telling you, man, this thing is not updated. I wish it was updated because there's so many names here that don't fight for WWE anymore. Mustafa Ali, I'm gonna put Ali on SmackDown. On Raw. We've seen Mustafa Ali on SmackDown since he was moved there. You know, Ali is a great talent. I think he can definitely be used in your mid-card division. The guy has talent. He's put on some really good matches. Look at his matches with, you know, Randy Orton and Buddy Murphy. The guy is talented in the ring. It's just that WWE needs to do a better job of booking him. Is this Lana? I don't care about Lana, really. I think Lana, I hate the storyline they're doing with Lana right now. You know, I think Lana's going to stay on Raw just for the fact that they're doing that garbage storyline with Bobby Lashley and Rusev. So, we'll put Lana on Monday Night Raw. Alright, I think that's a card. I'm telling you, man, I wish there was a way I could zoom out. Let me see if I can zoom out. Oh, perfect. So now you guys can get a little more of a better look. I'll zoom in at near the end so you guys can, if you guys want to pause and take a better look. But at least now we have a little bit more of a better view of the tier list. Because as I said, there's a lot of superstars on the main roster. And it makes me mad because WWE has more talent than they've ever had in the history of their company. And they don't know how they book their talent. Makes me sick. The OC. I think the OC are going to stay on Monday Night Raw. You know, I think that I would not be surprised. You know, I think Styles is going to be put to SmackDown, and I think the OC are going to be put on Monday Night Raw. You know, we'll have to wait and see. I already have Carl Anderson up here, so I'll just put these two next to each other. Liv Morgan. We've been hearing a lot about Liv Morgan having a new gimmick. You know, I don't know. WWE, I read a report that WWE was hiding what they were gonna have Liv's new gimmick be. You know, I'm intrigued by it. I'm not gonna sit here and say that I care, but I'm intrigued by it. All right, so I'll put Liv Morgan on Raw just because. But honestly, Liv could be put on any division. Mandy Rose, I think Fire and Desire, Sonya and Mandy, I think they're gonna stay on SmackDown. Alright, I'm trying to do this, as you guys can see, you know, hopefully you guys get an eye of how these divisions are going to look. Alright, I'm talking about mainly the tag team and the women's divisions. Alright, the main event scenes on both Raw and SmackDown, they're not really a problem. It's just the way WWE books the main event scenes. That's the problem. But it's not that WWE doesn't have enough talent. But that's something you see. Most of the time in the women's divisions, all we see are Sasha, Becky, Bayley, Charlotte, and maybe, Alexa Bliss thrown in there, here and there. Mainly, that's the talent you have. That's all you have. I don't know. But the way I'm having, if you guys can see, with my mock, the way I'm doing this mock draft, you know, and I mean, I'm gonna try to structure it a little bit more. I'm gonna put like the woman next to each other, just because this is not the order I would have it. You know, I'm just gonna put the woman together just so you can have a better view of how I would have these women's division. So like here, you can see how I would have Raw's women's division look coming out of the draft. And you guys can see here, I'm going to do the same thing for SmackDown. And I want you guys to remember, this is in no way how I would have the draft order. Alright? Just want to make that clear. There's no way this is how I would have the draft ordered. Alright? This is just, you know, just because this is just for the sake of the tier list. So actually, I'll put the woman in the front. And it makes it's a little easier to see when you have the woman in the front there. I wish there was they had WWE, or this tier list had their updated renders. So these renders are not updated at all, But it's whatever at the end of the day. So I'm just quickly moving these. Remember, as always, you can always pause the video if you guys want to have a better look at the way the lists are set up. Alright, so let's get back to it. Alright, you can see, like, basically this whole front line is either superstars from NXT or the superstars that don't really matter. So we don't have many names back left to go, really. We really don't. Samoa Joe. We have not seen. When was the last time? I don't think we've seen Samoa Joe on WWE TV. I don't know. Is Samoa Joe injured? I don't remember. I think last time we saw Samoa Joe was a couple weeks before SummerSlam. You know, back right when they were setting up the foundation for the Randy Orton Kofi Kingston feud. So I don't know if Samoa Joe's injured, but I forget that Samoa Joe is, you know, on the main roster. We haven't seen him lately. We have not seen him lately. I'm gonna have Samoa Joe put on Monday Night Raw. Just because, it doesn't really matter. Samoa Joe is amazing. Samoa Joe, I wish they would have gave him the Universal title, especially back when he was feuding with Brock Lesnar a couple years back. But Joe's gonna be great on no matter where you put him. All right, the guy has the mic work, the guy has the ring work. There's really nothing to say. Actually, no, we didn't see Samoa Joe since the King of the Ring. Actually, I don't know. Maybe Joe's on vacation. I don't really know his personal life. I'm not going to get into it. I see Epico over there. You're going back in the fire category. Paige. I'll just keep Paige up. Paige is really not on any brand at the moment because, Paige's injured. Nia Jax, if anybody deserves to be fired, you're going right up here with Alicia Fox. I know Nia's injured, but even though Nia Jax is garbage in the ring. Anybody that's watched me for any length of time knows how I feel about Nia Jax. She is absolute garbage. She can't wrestle. She can't move. She sucks. Alright? I don't care when Nia Jax come back. I don't want to see Nia Jax on TV. Period. Alright? Honestly. I'd rather see Nia Jax back down in NXT than see her on the main roster. The only reason why she's even pushed is because she's The Rock's cousin. Like, no. Like, me putting her in the NXT category is me being generous. Alright? Nia Jax is garbage. She's staying in the fire category. Alright? I don't care. I actually mean her to be. I want her to be in the fire category. I think this is Rhea Ripley. No. I actually like Peyton Royce. I might be in the minority in that. Peyton Royce is not bad. Is not a bad wrestler. She is not a bad wrestler. It's just that the fact is she's with Billie Kay, who is straight garbage. All right, that she's not used correctly. All right, but I think Peyton Royce could definitely be used in the Raw Women's division. So I'm gonna put Billie Kay. Not Billie Kay. I have Peyton Royce in the fire category. I don't give a damn about Peyton Royce. Sorry, I'm getting their names mixed up. I have Billie Kay in the fire category. I don't care at all about Billie Kay. Peyton Royce can actually wrestle a little bit. So I'm going to put Peyton Royce in the Raw category. And I make no apologies. Absolutely no apologies for anything like that. I think where did I see Nikki Cross? I'm just looking at this. Yeah, I see here's Nikki. I'm gonna put Nikki on Raw just because she's still in line with Alexa Bliss at the moment. I don't see WWE breaking them up. So yeah, I'm gonna have Nikki Cross put there. Pete Dunne, NXT clearly. Rey Mysterio, I think Mysterio's definitely going back to SmackDown. You know, Rey Mysterio, SmackDown's been Rey Mysterio's home for most of his career. Most of his career. And of course, I'm always getting called when I'm recording. It's like my gimmick. I'm always getting calls when I'm recording videos, man. It's the gimmick around here. But definitely Rey Mysterio, I'm putting him on SmackDown. Putting him on SmackDown, especially after the attack with Brock Lesnar. It makes sense for Rey Mysterio to be on SmackDown. You know, I think they're going to continue the feud with Brock Lesnar. Where does it go? Will it lead to maybe Mysterio winning the WWE Championship? Getting the ultimate revenge on Lesnar? I don't know. It's going to depend where they go with this Cain Velasquez feud. But I think you can write it down. I think that's one of the more positive bets you can make in the draft. Alright, one of the most likely bets. Rey Mysterio probably going back home to SmackDown. I would put Naomi. You know, Naomi, we haven't seen her lately. Naomi's talented. Alright, you know, Naomi, she's a former women's champion. You know, she has talent. I can definitely see her being used on either one of these divisions. I'm going to put her on SmackDown. I'm trying, like I said, I'm trying to keep these divisions even amount of talent. I'm trying to give them good amounts of talent. Like you say, I have people like Nia Jax. Who else? You know, and Dana Brooke. Garbage like that in the fire category. But as you can see, you know, so far I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 women. 8 women that can actually wrestle. You know, well, not really Lana, but 7, 8 women that can wrestle so far in the Raw Women's division, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 women in SmackDown's Women's division. Like I said, I'm trying to keep it even. We're not even done yet. Natalya, I don't really care what brand Natalya is on, to be honest. Just for the hell of it, I'll put Natalya in the SmackDown Women's division, just because I don't really care about Natalya at the end of the day. But I'll just put her there just to put her there. I see Ricochet down here. I think Ricochet's getting moved to SmackDown. You know. But the thing is, Ricochet, you know, you can put him on either brand, really. But I'm going to put Ricochet over here in SmackDown. The guy could be used in the mid-card division. You can put him in the main event scene because he has main event talent. The guy's amazing. You know, the way WWE has booked him the last couple of months, very questionable. All right? I personally believe Ricochet should still be United States champion. Ricochet should have never lost that United States title to AJ Styles. As much as I love AJ, Ricochet should have never lost the title. Never lost the title. Ronda Rousey, she's not really signed right now. Sarah Logan, I don't really care. I'll put her in the Raw Women's division just because. Right, Sarah Logan, she's not terrible, you know, at all, but I don't see WWE using her, really. Titus, I don't care. We'll put Titus on Raw just because who the hell cares? I think this is Sami Zayn, right? I have Shinsuke Nakamura being moved to Raw. I have Shinsuke being moved to Monday Night Raw, so I'm going to have Sami Zayn going to Raw with him. That's an easy one for me. Tony Nese, 205 should be down in NXT. Selena Vega. Selena's clearly aligned with Andrade. And if Andrade's staying on SmackDown, Selena's going to stay on SmackDown. The only complication that... Actually, no, I have Aleister Black staying on SmackDown. I was about to say, 'cause remember, Zelina and Aleister Black are married in real life, so that could cause a problem. But for now, I'll put Zelina over here in the SmackDown Women's division. Like, Zelina can actually wrestle. Zelina's not bad in the ring. She's not bad in the ring at all. Like I said, I'm trying to keep these even. So as you can see, man, look at WWE has all. It's crazy, isn't it? You don't realize how much talent WWE has until you do stuff like a tier list. All right, look at this, bro. Like, look at all these women WWE has on their main roster. None of these women are in NXT, and I'm not even through all of them. There's still women down here. There's still some women down here. All right. Zack Ryder. I put what's his name? Kurt Hawkins in the fire category because I don't give a damn about Kurt Hawkins. I actually like Zack Riddler. Zack Ryder. My bad. So I'm putting Ryder over here. I told you, Ryder could definitely be used in a mid-card division. I like Zack Ryder a lot. Alright, the fact that he's never used him, it's like... I see The Miz. I'm putting The Miz on Monday Night Raw. Honestly, Miz right now as a babyface is so boring. So boring. He is so much better as a heel. I don't know. I really don't know. Alright. I don't know. Seth, as garbage as Seth has been as a babyface, if Becky's on Raw, Seth isn't being moved. You guys know that for a fact. For Seth is staying on Monday Night Raw. Alright, no doubt about that. We're almost done. See Velveteen Dream. He's clearly on NXT. Shayna Baszler's on NXT. I think that's Scott Dawson, I think. The Revival are staying on NXT, clearly. I mean, SmackDown. They're the SmackDown Tag Team Champions. Why would you move them? Makes zero sense. Zero sense whatsoever. I'm getting spammed with messages right now. I'm getting spammed with messages right now. That's crazy. Who else? Ruby Riott, she's out with injury. Ruby Riott, man, she's one of the most underrated people. One of the most underrated in the entire women's division. She has champion written all over her. Alright? And I hope WWE realizes this when she returns. I'm going to put I'm going to put Ruby Riott in the SmackDown Women's Division. There's not many names like Tyra Breeze, NXT, clearly. And we could skip the rest of these names, man. I'm getting spammed with messages right now. I'm getting absolutely spammed. Sonya Deville, I like people that know me. I actually really like Sonya Deville. I like her a lot. I definitely think she could be valuable in one of these divisions. All right, she has the talent. She definitely has the talent. So that WWE, I think they need to break her apart from Mandy Rose. But hey, that's just my opinion. There's not many names left. Most of these names really don't matter much. R-Truth, you can put him on any brand. I'll put R-Truth on Raw just because. Roman, we know Roman's staying on SmackDown. Randy Orton, I think Orton's going to Monday Night Raw. Just because we've seen Orton on SmackDown since the draft, since the initial draft in 2016. So I think Orton's staying on SmackDown. Xavier Woods, I'm putting him on SmackDown. Tamina, I don't care. You can go on fire. Tamina's garbage. Shinsuke, like I said, since Sami Zayn's going to be on Raw, I think Shinsuke needs to be put on Monday Night Raw. And I think, honestly, there's no more names. Honestly, the rest of these names don't matter, except for this one, the best female wrestler in the world, Sasha Banks. I think she's getting moved to SmackDown. I want her on SmackDown just because SmackDown is the A show. And when you're the best female wrestler in the world, you belong on the A show. Simple as that. I hate that she lost. I'm still pissed off that she lost in Hell in a Cell. But if it gets her on SmackDown and it gets her maybe potentially as a SmackDown Women's Champion, that's the way. I'm fine with that. But for the most part, this is the way I would have the division. This is the way I would have the divisions. As you can see, I have it pretty even. You know, I have a good amount. You have a really good amount of talent on Raw. Look at Raw's division. I tried to make them look pretty strong. If Becky's going to stay on Raw, I would keep Becky there. And then Sasha and Charlotte, they'll be the face of the SmackDown Women's Division. Let me know what you guys think. This is the way I would have it. Remember, this is my opinion. My opinion, alright? If you guys are fine, if you guys agree with me, give this video a like. If you guys don't agree, tell me in the comment section. Still give the video a like. But remember, keep it in the comment section down below. I'm going to see you guys later. Make sure to subscribe. You guys are new to the channel. Like, comment, share. You guys know the deal with that. Thank you guys for everything. I'll see you guys later. Peace.